If this is true, I made the biggest mistake I ever made. Stop right now. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the channel where we take old clothes and make it fashion. You guessed it, today we're gonna recreate a look from Victoria Beckham's acclaimed fashion line, originally known as the Posh Spice. Although I sometimes have the feeling that title was awarded a little more generously back in the day. Like this hair though, rumors that she would feel above the other Spice Girls. Let's be honest, nowadays we would call this a Karen Spice. Actually fit on the screen, but we're gonna upcycle this jumper. I got it from my friend, but because this one has white inserts that I kind of want to get rid of, I'm gonna do a few serger sewing steps. And because of Victoria Beckham sweater, it's also cropped, kind of makes sense to shorten it anyway. But if you can't sew, just take the jumper that you already like, and skip the sewing steps and move straight on to the whole tip to begin with. Get rid of the labels and just wear this sweater inside out. This jumper is old, okay? We still love it, but it's very much pilling. Inside doesn't have this knit texture, it's also pilling, but it almost looks like it's part of the design. I don't know if you can see it well on the camera, but like, it looks more like it's felted in a way. Or just use this pilling razor. But I could not find mine since the past few years. And just decide how much you want to crop it. You might want to put it on to do this, but hurry a little bit today. I do want to use some black fabric to elongate sleeves. I'm looking for the fine balance of cutting off enough fabric to elongate my cropped sleeves enough without making the sweater too short, creating a nipple gate 2.0. Note that the back side is slightly longer than the front for no good reason at all. Not that important, but it leads me to have this scrap of fabric that is a little bit uneven, which I then cleverly decide to use in my advantage and create some uneven, unusual cuffs. I know, I'm crazy. What exactly the advantage is? I don't know. What is the advantage of life? Just enough fabric to create the cuff. To keep things easy peasy beautiful. I'm gonna keep all the hems raw edge living on the edge and just finish them with a simple serger stitch. Alright, let's see if that thing is still alive. Oh my god, it's so dusty. I haven't used it in a while. Yeah, cover it up guys. I don't think the dust is really good for the machine. Well, shall we? Fingers crossed, I can't. Do it for me please. Main thing you don't want to do is stretch the fabric. Unless you want this kind of lettuce.
Few minutes later.
It turned out a lot more lettucey than I anticipated, expected, hoped for, planned. I really didn't stretch the fabric out at all. It was the overlocker itself. The tension was somehow off. I swear on my fabric scissors. But today, I'm just gonna say, okay. Not gonna do difficult because we have no time to lose.
Lettuce hands, then at least we still have something healthy this Christmas.
For visible serger seams, I always try to cut a little bit off with the blade, which works better if the blade would be sharp. Which it would be if I'd never have sewn over pins. Did I say me? I mean a friend. I close the cuffs like this before connecting them to the sleeve. And yes, I got some tricks up in there. Because I'm gonna do the seams in style on the outside. Meaning wrong side on the wrong side of the fabric. And although the hem is uneven, I do want the sleeves to look the same on both sides. Hello. Not that level of crazy. Do you remember the balaclava tutorial? If you don't, I wore it in last week's video too, if you haven't seen it.
Come on.
Hello, watch my video please. So this is the rest fabric from the balaclava, so that's kind of a cool color combination. So I think you can also use like old t-shirts to make like t-shirt yarn, which is just cutting strips of t-shirt, stretching it out. You can make it quite a bit longer if you stretch it out. Kind of rib, so I guess I just try to cut it within one rib, so I don't have to draw any lines. I don't want to make it too wide the yarn, because I still want to be able to weave it through the jumper. You know, it's gonna look a little rough. That's to be expected. The longer the yarn, the more convenient. So this needle, very nice one for this project I think, because it has like a big hole here, like a huge hole, and no sharp tip. I can easily poke my yarn in here. I make a knot in the end of my thread. You can decide if you want them on the inside or on the outside of the sweater. I kind of mixed it up and did it either way. Wish me luck! Most importantly, you don't want to break the yarns of the jumper, so you want to wiggle your needle through the fabric.
I like to see you wiggle, wiggle.
Carefully.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Without brutal force.
Wiggle.
Which is hard enough to do on its own. I start with making the stitches around the shoulder seam. It's like they go kind of a little bit diagonal over all the seams, basically. So my shoulder seam is already dropped, but if yours is running straight at the edge of your shoulder, you might want to make your stitches a bit more on the sleeve to create this dropped, more casual effect. Poke it through the jumper without poking holes. At the end of a piece of yarn, I'm just gonna make a knot too. You don't want it to look too rough. You can choose to do them on the inside. If you're like an anti-knotter, even stitch it down with some sewing thread to the sweater. Or if you're just scared that the yarns will fall out. If your knitwear is like super loosely knit. It looks like they've done it on the bottom seam. We're not gonna do that. Because I feel like it's a bit of a shame. We're gonna put so much effort in it, and you're barely gonna see what's happening. We're not gonna go exactly over the seam, but a little bit more to the front. And one last hot tip. If you struggle to pull your yarn through the tight knitwear, then cut it off diagonally. Don't pull it completely through the needle. This way it's a lot easier to pull it through without causing irreversible damage.
Several days later.
I just woke up, I'm still in my pajamas. We have a fashion emergency. This is true, I made the biggest mistake I ever made. Let's use the Google Lens to verify for once and for all. The Google can't lie. What?
We are in a state of emergency.
Oh my god. Kinda makes sense. Well, Pinterest lied to me. It's not a Victoria Beckham sweater. It's an Acne Studio sweater. Can we just keep this between us? Oh my god. That's the problem, that I already edited the whole video for 2 days. Can we just agree that we were inspired by this sweater? Because this one actually 100% is from Victoria Beckham. There's some dust, but honestly, that was a real fashion fail, people. But I feel good in this jumper. Like, hello. Anyway, if you want to do me a favor yourself, please subscribe to the channel. Help the channel a lot. Like the video if you liked it, so that it can spread to more people. To see more, check out the bag tutorial. Kind of a good match. If you want to see a bit more of those beginner-friendly but very effective upcycling projects, let me know in the comments. Save us all some energy and time. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. Enough talking.
Time for the fashion show.
Stress ourselves out with sewing patterns, fabric manipulation, toxicities. So we're gonna